Well, hello, everybody. Hi, welcome to the Los Angeles Film School Library Orientation. So you want to learn about the library. Um, my name is Georgina, and I'm the library director here for the school. And today I have here with me my two lovely library assistants. We have Matt and Steph, and we're going to show you how to navigate the library website, how to locate items through our catalog, Koha. We're going to show you how to search and access some of our A to Z databases, which are resources. And ultimately, we'll give you some tips that will help you become a better researcher. We hope that you'll have a better understanding of our services and the many different types of resources that are available to you as a student, alumni, or even as a faculty and staff member. Throughout the webinar, we will be conducting a couple of polls, so please do try to answer them when they pop up on your screen. Also, if you have any questions during our presentation, please feel free to use the Q&A tab. Steph will be answering them in the chat. And at the end of the presentation, if you have any additional questions or any lingering questions, we can answer them live. So first things first, we would like to take a poll to get a better understanding of our audience. Got a few members up here logged in to our webinar. So we just want to know what is your current school status? If you're in the beginning, you're in month 1, you're a brand new student, welcome. If you're fairly new, you're months 2 to 5, maybe somewhere in between, or maybe you're about to graduate. We just want to get that information so we can tailor this experience for you. And yeah, if you're already a graduate, maybe you're alumni, maybe you're a guest, maybe you're a faculty member, please select those options. And whether or not you're an online or on-campus, enrolled in the online or on-campus programs. So please select those. And we'll get started with some info regarding about the library. In terms of our hours of operation. So for this term of September, students and staff can access the library on campus, which we are located in B1, 5th floor. For the most part, we're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Though depending on upcoming holidays or special events, we may be closed early, so please check our library site for more details on accurate hours. And while you're up here, you may utilize the computers, borrow materials, you can print and scan, use the space for study. And we'll go over some more details on some of the services that we provide and what you can use or not use up here at the library. And for those of you that are online, we have some information in terms of all of our resources will remain available online. A lot of our digital resources, our online services will remain available online. So that's on our library site, which will go in depth in a little bit. But before we move on, we would like to get another poll. Let's see, poll number 2. Has anyone visited the library, the LAFS library, whether it may be in person or maybe visiting the library's website? We just want to know if you've ever visited us before or seen our websites. And if not, it's okay. That's why we're here to explain some of the things and help you on your school journey here. So I'm gonna switch gears here and we're gonna go and log into our library site. So let me go ahead and share that with you. So you all should see our library site here. And you can log into an easy, friendly URL that's library.lefm.edu. Or you could also go through Connect or through your LMS portal, which it should be under the resources section. So I'm going to go over some of the key aspects of the library site, starting with the library's homepage, And at the top here, we have several tabs where it leads into a different page or a guide altogether. And along with submenus for each. I'll be going briefly through each section on about services and collections. And then Matt will be diving into research and ways to support us. And then I'll be finishing off right here with our user guides. And yeah, it's just giving you some announcements before we head out over here. But we do have some important announcements right here that's rotating, like creating a library account, checking in our catalog. Yeah, so you can also view more to read more about that, those features or resources for you. And on the bottom, we have our quick links buttons. This will help you guide you through the site a lot easier if you're planning to, again, create a library account, or if you're up here trying to print, go ahead and, click on the copy, print, scan button. These are just kind of helpful for you, make it a bit easier for you. And on the left hand here, we have, let's see, we have our alerts, our hours and location, and our contact info. So those are the main things on the left-hand side, and on the right, we have events. So if we have more events, we'll add them up here so that you're aware of, as well as connect as well, but definitely we'll add them up here. And our get started info box, where we provide you with helpful guides or resources to get you started on utilizing the library. And in the middle here, we have our two main video tutorials. So this will just be our orientation, like last month's orientation, but this will be this month's orientation, will be uploaded here. And then we have at the bottom up here our Koha, which is our library catalog, where we house most of our print materials, and most of our electronic scripts is located on here. So you can kind of look through and see, but I'll be diving into the catalog and kind of help you navigate and search for materials. So I'll be going over this as well, but if at any point you need to refer back to it, you can always view these video tutorials, or the uploaded webinar will be up here as well. And we always make these monthly, so it'll be recorded and uploaded and updated here on the middle page. We do have a couple announcements this week. As many of you know, this week is Spotlight Week, so thank you to all students and staff who participated in many of the Spotlight activities this week. If you are on campus, we invite you to stop by the library and explore our Spotlight display, where we've set up a fun little selfie installation with custom bookmarks, so you can create your own bookmark if you would like. We do have some materials for you if you want to design or decorate your own. Also, feel free to take a selfie, tag us and share your photos with our installation. I know that there are several departments that also created a selfie display, so we also encourage you to also check that out with the other departments as well if you're on campus. And I believe for online there is a selfie little selfie virtual wall that you can also take photo booths that you can also take photos with. So yeah, so if anything, if you want to stay updated and get informed about all these upcoming events and news from the school, highly recommend that you make sure and check your LA Film School email, or you can also follow us on our Instagram page as well. Let's see. And so that's pretty much about the homepage. We have our news and blog posts here as well. We do create these blogs and have news for you on here, and you can read more about them. We also have our Spotify playlist. So if you want new song recommendations, you can check our playlist out. The team has created some cool tunes, like if you heard earlier today before we started the webinar. So there's some songs that you can chill to, vibe to. Yeah, so it's just our homepage. And now, let's see, we're gonna go to the about section. So in the about section, you'll just find more things about related to or anything associated with the library. So anything about the mission, strategic goals, rules for visiting the library, and understanding like our policies and code of conduct for both students and staff. So as you can see, we have our policies right here. Most of the people on here are students and alumni, so you can go ahead and review some of the policies here, what you can and can't do, depending on your school status. So unfortunately for alumni members or even online students that are out of the state that don't live near here, you can't really check anything out physically here, but you can still utilize our digital resources, and we can help you locate items in your local library if you're needing those resources. Yeah, and let's see. And then same thing with faculty and staff. You can also read the policies there. Yeah. And let's see. And then if you ever need any further help, we can try to assist you. So you can always go to our Ask a Librarian page right here, where we're responsible for answering any directional questions from patrons, checking in and out materials for you, maintaining the front desk and facility, adding resources to our catalog, COPA, and just overall assisting with your needs. So if you have any library specific questions, you can feel free to contact us. Also the number and email and email info is also on the homepage, but it's also listed here. In addition, if you need help with your research assignments, so maybe it's something that you need resources on, if you're doing an assignment, a research assignment, and you need to find some resources to back up your paper, we can definitely direct you to some of the databases or journal articles, magazines, such resources that might be helpful for you, might be of use. So you can ask us for help, but definitely we cannot do your homework or complete your homework assignment. That you would have to refer back to your professor if it's something more specific to your assignment. Yeah, or if you're needing any tutoring services, so that definitely you can ask your teacher for that info. And the info desk is another area of support where we help provide you with information about other departments or who to turn to for help. So whether it may be asking for advisors, financial help, tech kits, any like technical assistance, etc. Like you can also find those departments here and their information on how to call or email them. Their numbers listed here, and yeah. So that's it for the about section. So we'll just go back to the home page, and then we can click on services. So you can find the services here that we provide for you, whether we provide circulation. So that's just checking in and out materials. So we have books, media, and digital resources, along with equipment, including computers and printer and scanner machines, headphones, and other office supplies. For the most part, you can utilize those resources and services here at the library. And you may also utilize the area for study, or if you want to chill and relax, or if you're just waiting for class, you can always utilize a space for that. We also have more spaces here in the hallway if you need more space, especially if you plan to eat. There's some chairs here at the hallway. And yeah, in addition, yeah, we definitely can help support you and connect you to resources or other departments for help. And we also conduct webinars and events often. So do check back either here on the library site or check the newsletters or connect whenever we do have events. Yeah. And let's see. I could go back to the home page and we can go on to collections. So we do have many items, like I've mentioned before, but we do have tons of books and screenplays. We have films, magazines, CDs and games, and more. You can further view our collection in detail using our library catalog, Koha. You'll be able to conduct simple searches on what materials you're looking for to borrow, or even view electronically. Not all of the resources will be available at the catalog Koha site, but we'll dive into Koha now, and I'll show you how to search some of the resources, and then after that, Matt will dive into some of the resources online through our A to Z databases. But yeah, so I clicked on library catalog. It directed me to the Koha catalog site. And just the purpose of this catalog is to locate items within our collection. You can base it by title, author, the ISBN number of the book, that'd be cool. And you can go ahead and put that info in, and then hopefully it'll populate some results. So let's do a quick little example so then that you can see how this works. So for a narrow search, right, like what you're looking for, the title, the keyword, you can go ahead and put in a movie title. So for this example, we'll put Baby Driver. And let's see, so yeah, so populate some results right here. And you can see that we have a video of Baby Driver and the script of Baby Driver. And you can go ahead and select the electronic access if you're, let's say if you're looking for electronic script, right? You're at home, you're trying to view the Baby Driver script, and here it might ask you to log in. So make sure you're using your LA Film School email and password. So we're using the test like student account, and once I sign in, I can go ahead and easily see and access the script right from home. As long as you have internet, you should be able to access this. So most of our digital scripts are on our Google Drive, and you should be able to access it even if you might not have a Google Drive. But as long as you sign in with your LA Film School email, you should be fine. Sometimes you might be signed into your personal Google account, so make sure to remove that and or sign out from that, and then sign in with an LA Film School email account with Google. If you do have any issues, we also have some instructions on how to do so and sign out. in our tutorials page, which Matt will also touch base on as well. But yeah, so that's for the script. If you want to view the script, let's say if you're wanting to view the video for it, you can always click on the title here and you can see that we have a Blu-ray and electronic video for this title. And so this is just a record of the title, and it just has all the information, any tags related to it as well. And yeah, you can also print or save this record if you like. That way, if you are coming into campus and you see that, hey, like I want to borrow the Blu-ray, you can see that we do have it available and our where the title is located at and the call number associated with this title. And we can help you locate it if you need help, or you can do so on your own. And you know, let's say if you're home and you want to view it and the electronic access button is available, right? We have the e-video for it. You can go ahead and click on it. And again, it might prompt you to sign in if you didn't do so. And it'll go ahead and yeah, you can stream it right from home. Easy peasy, right? So hopefully that makes sense for everybody, but you know, if you do have any questions on that, you can always reach out. So for another example, like let's say you don't know what you're looking for, you don't have the title in mind, you don't have any keywords in mind, but so yeah, so let's say you're looking for a more broader search. You can use the advanced search button right here, and then you can select the item type. So here, like, let's say, you know, I want to view all the scripts that the library has. And since I'm an online student, I just want to view all the electronic scripts. So I'll click on eScript, eTV script, maybe eTV movie scripts. So you can select those and you can sort them alphabetically. So you can go ahead and I highly recommend that you do this where you sort them by title A through Z. So you can just go through the down list and then hit search. So right here you can see that we've gotten over 5,000 results. And then yeah, so you can see that we have all these scripts available online for you. So you can read, look through, and yep, all A through Z. And on the left-hand side, you can refine your search. So let's say you're looking for a specific author, or in this case, the screenplay writer. You can go ahead and select that author, and then it'll limit and populate those fields. Yeah. So there are other ways to browse some of the resources that we have for you. We have curated some lists for you. So we have some public lists that you can browse as well. So you can click on like World Poetry Day, Oscars. We also have some Criterion Collection that we've recently also tagged and added to the list. So it kind of gives you, you know, another way to browse our collection and just highlight from certain topics and areas. So, and then for the most part, yeah, students and staff, you know, you don't really need a library account since Koha is open to the public. So you should be accessing our resources, our electronic resources, you know, fine, just using your LFM email. But for those of you that are interested in getting a library account, you can simply fill out the library application form, which is right here on the login page when you go into Koha. And you can click on this where it says fill out library application. And then once you fill this out, we'll go ahead and receive it. And then we'll approve it on our end. That way we'll add you to the system. So then that way, if you want to check out items here at the library, or if you want more features, more features in Koha, you can fill out that form. We'll add you to it, and then we'll have you log in. And then once you're logged in, then there is a few more features that you'll see here, versus like seeing the public Koha catalog. So you can go ahead and view your account. And then you can see like what items you've checked out, if you placed any holds, if you have any outstanding fees, can always pay them off here, right from the catalog. You can also renew your materials. So let's say it's due, tomorrow, and I want to renew it because I need to finish reading. So you'll get another additional 2 weeks. And you can also edit your personal details. So if you need to ever change your phone number, change some info, or add a secondary email, you can add that info. You can also review your search history, your checkout history. And also you can modify your messaging settings. So if you want to receive advance notices, like a day or maybe 2 days in advance, saying like, hey, your item's checked out, like just a reminder. So then that way you don't acquire any late fees. So you can go ahead and modify those settings. List, you can even create your own list. So so instead of the public list that we have here, now we can see that you have your own list that you can view, create as many as you want. And you can do that. That way it's more organized, and you can see like, okay, these are the books I have to read or scripts that I want to read. So you can go ahead and do that. Let's see. And then also we do have a section on tags. So the cool thing is that we've had tagged a few or a lot of items actually. The team has created some tags. So anything that's made into the 2000s, we've added it. We tagged some of the items that are made in the 2000s. Any films or even scripts too has been added here to the tag. And you can also help tag as well, similar to any hashtag really. So that's another way to browse for things too. And let's see. And I think, purchase suggestion. So if you can't find what you're looking for, you really need it or want it for your class, you can always leave a purchase suggestion. This helps us figure out which things to get or buy, depending on like popularity of the title, or even the recommendation to see, maybe we can get it approved and get it into the collection, and we'll notify you once it's been added. So if it's something that you definitely need for class, or just a suggestion for us, it would definitely help us curate this collection for you. And there's I know Matt will let you know about it, but yeah, definitely there's another form that you can just leave us with general suggestions too. like services and other resources. Yeah, so that's pretty much it about Koha in general. But if you do want to learn more about Koha, like I mentioned earlier on the homepage, there is video, more in-depth video um, of, of the Koha tutorial. And also it's in our tutorials page, definitely on, uh, yeah, just more in depth of it. Yeah, so let's go back to the homepage where Matt will be diving into research and other ways to support us.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Georgina. And thank you to everybody for being here with us today. Like Georgina said, I'm going to be going over two sections of our library website. I'm going to be going over the research section, and I'm going to be going over the support us section, both of which feature some cool resources. So one of the key features of the library website is our collection of online databases. And these are, of course, useful for doing research for essays, if you're writing a thesis, or even if you're just looking for some reliable information on a given topic. But before we begin, I have a two-part poll for you. So if you could just let us know how many of you have experience with academic journals, and if so, which ones? So if you do have experience with academic journals, you can tick one for yes, and if you don't, you can tick two for no. And if you do have experience, we'd just like to know which ones. So if it's something like Google Scholar or EBSCO or ProQuest or ERIC or JSTOR, or if it's something else entirely, you can let us know by ticking other. But let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. So on the website, we're going to click on the research tab, if you see right there. And what that's going to do is that's going to take us to the research guide. And as you can see, there's a lot of really great resources here, like tips for choosing a topic, for finding books, different citation styles. There's tutorials, which I know Georgina mentioned, and I will be mentioning more about later, subject guides, online resources. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to click on the button that says A to Z databases. And what that is going to do is that's going to bring us to essentially a master list of all of the different databases that we offer access to as an institution. Some of them are subscription based, which means you only have access to them while you are an LA Film student and maybe while you're an alumni, maybe not. Some of them are open access, which means they are open to the public, but we've just listed them here for your convenience and because we think that they're a good resource. So we're just going to go over a couple of them so you can see how some of them work, how they function, and what they're used for, and just so you can kind of see what we have. So to start us off, let's pick one that's up at the top. Let's go ahead and click on Alexander Street Film Scripts Online. There we go. So this is a database that offers access to over 100 scripts, all of which are authorized versions. The database offers a few ways to browse. As you can see, you can browse by people, you can browse by genre, you can browse by awards. But just to give you an idea of how it works, let's click on genre. And then as you can see, there's a list of genres, and then the number of related works associated with that genre. So let's click on one. Let's click on fantasy. And as you can see, there are 10 screenplays within that category. And let's just go ahead and click the one at the very top. We'll click on Highlander, just so you can see what it looks like when you're accessing a screenplay through this database. If we click on it, there we go. And there you go. You just scroll through it. And like I said, this is an authorized version, so you know it's legit. And I would like to point out, I know Georgina was talking about Koha, and she showed you how to access scripts through Koha, which is our library catalog. That is a separate collection. So Alexander Street Press is its own database. They have their own collection of screenplays. And then in Koha, which is our library catalog website, that's a separate collection. Those are screenplays that we found and that we've made available to you. So I just want to make that distinction just so that there's no confusion. But let's go ahead and continue to explore some other databases. So we can go ahead and leave Alexander Street and we'll head back to the A to Z database list. And let's try browsing this time. So we're going to pull down the All Subjects menu and we're going to browse music. Let's go ahead and click music. And as you can see, there are 22 different databases that are associated with music in one way or another. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down and we're going to click on Naxos Music Library right there. So this is a really great resource if you're interested in classical music because it offers access to stream classical music from over 800 labels for totally for free as long as you're an LA Film student. And the database website also offers things like guided tours because it is an academic database. So let's just go ahead and take a look. So if you look over on the left, there's all these buttons in this menu. Let's click on resources so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. As you can see, there's all these really cool things like these guided tours that I was talking about. They are separated into different musical eras. There are study guides based on different regions. There's a junior section, which is obviously for a younger audience. There's an opera section. There are pronunciation guides. It's a really, really great website with lots of really great resources. And then just to continue to give you a further look, let's go ahead and click on one of these guided tours. Let's click on the Romantic era. And as you can see, it brings you to an outline of a bunch of different composers from this era. So we'll click on the one at the very top, which is Beethoven. And once you click on the composer's name and you scroll down, you can see that it has a bunch of links to all of these different pieces that they've composed. So let's click on one. And as you see, it opens up a media player so that you can listen to it. But because we're in a Zoom call, there are copyright restrictions. So even if we try to play it, I don't think you'll hear it. Let's hit play just to see for sure. I'm pretty sure you won't though. Yeah, so through Zoom, you're not going to be able to hear it. But rest assured, if you go to the website yourself and you click play, you should hear the music. And if you don't, please let us know because that means something is wrong. But it should work. So let's go ahead and continue to explore some databases. We'll go ahead and leave Naxos Music Library and head back to the A to Z database page. And let's clear the filter and we're going to browse by database type this time. So let's go and we're going to click on streaming film and television. So, oh, give me a second here. I lost my place. Perfect. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down. We're going to click on Swank Digital Campus right there at the bottom. So Swank is one of a couple platforms essentially that are meant for streaming media like movies and TV shows. Because what would a film school be without a way to stream movies, right? So this library, the Swank library, offers some really great titles. As you can see, we have some classics, we have some newer titles, we have Gravity, we have Jurassic Park, we have La La Land, we have Pan's Labyrinth, we have Pulp Fiction. These are some really great titles. Let's go ahead and click on one. Let's click on The Bling Ring and we'll click watch. So this is how you would go about watching one of these titles. And just like with Naxos Music Library, because of the Zoom call, there is a copyright restriction, which means you're probably not seeing the image right now. But if you were doing it on your own device, you should be seeing an image. But again, this is just showing you how it works and what kind of different databases we have. So let's go ahead and exit out of Swank and continue to chug along here. Let's go ahead and clear those filters again. Right there. And this time let's browse by vendors and providers. We're going to click on EBSCO right there. So EBSCO is the largest database platform that we offer access to, and it's been broken down, as you can see, into 7 different smaller collections, depending on what your needs might be. There's the Academic Search Elite, there's Business Source Elite, there's EBSCO eBooks, there is Film and Television Literature Index, there's Flipster magazines, and it's all really great stuff. But we're actually going to do a little bit of a demonstration here. And we're going to click on one so that we can show you how you would conduct a simple search if you were doing some kind of research for, like I said, an essay or a thesis or something. And for this demonstration, we're going to use Academic Search Elite, which is the one at the very top. So Academic Search Elite is, like I said, an academic database, and it's similar to a lot of other academic databases in the way that it functions. But we're going to go ahead and do a demonstration here so you can see how it works. So something you might notice right away is that at the top, there are multiple search fields, and that's because EBSCO, like a lot of other databases, they utilize something called Boolean operators. And Boolean operators are just tools to help you refine your search. Because if you've ever done research for, for an essay or for a thesis or something, you know that it can take a really, really long time to sort through search results. especially if you're looking for something really specific. So Boolean operators are there to help you cut down that time and to be really specific about what you're looking for. So we're going to show you what I mean. So in the first search box, what we can do is type something like time travel, right? And if we were to conduct the search that way, just time travel, then obviously what we would get is a whole bunch of search results, 19,000 search results, as you can see, of anything that even remotely mentions time travel. But what about the other search box? As you can see, there's these little menu drop down thingies on the left that say and if you drop them down, you can change it to or not. These are some of the Boolean operators that I was talking about. So if we were to conduct a search that said time travel and let's say motion pictures, so what that would do is it would yield search results that contain the phrase time travel and also the phrase motion pictures somewhere in the record, whether it's in the record description or in the actual um, article, right? But if we were to change the Boolean operator from and to or, that's going to broaden our search a little bit because you're essentially telling EBSCO, I'm looking for things that either mention time travel or mention motion pictures or mentions both, right? It's you're broadening it a little bit. But if we were to change the Boolean operator to not, then what you're telling EBSCO is I'm looking for anything that mentions time travel, but if any of these search results mention motion pictures at all, I don't want to see them. I want you to completely exclude them from the search results. So that kind of narrows the search, right? It makes it a little bit more specific in that way. And then if you look over to the right of these search boxes, there's some more search fields. And what these are for is to specify what your search terms are. Are you searching an author's name? Are you searching the title of an article? Are you searching subject terms? So again, these kinds of tools are just meant to help you really refine your search, to really be specific about what you're looking for, to make it much more easy and efficient to find what you're looking for. So we're going to go ahead and conduct this search as time travel and motion pictures. And we'll hit search, and we're just going to show you a little bit of how to open up these records and whatnot. As you can see over on the left, there's some limiters. It says limit to, and then there's some tick boxes. We highly suggest, we definitely recommend always clicking the full text one because what you'll find is that if you don't tick that, sometimes the search results will be just an abstract or a record description and not the entire article or publication, whatever it might be. So if you limit to full text, then you know that you're only seeing search results that guarantee the full article or whatever it is. And as you can see, just by ticking that one box, it brought our search results from over 100 to just 48. So now we only have 48 search results to go through if we were actually doing research, right? And that would take way less time than 19,000 search results as we saw before. So let's go ahead and scroll down. There's a specific record that we like to open up for this demonstration, and it's right there. It's no time like the present. So this is what the record description looks like. When you open it up, you'll see things like the author's name, the source, where it came from, what kind of document type it is. This is an article. You'll see some subject terms. You'll see the abstract, which gives you a kind of a brief synopsis or summary of whatever it is, whatever the article is. It even gives you a word count to let you know how many words or how long this article is. And if you look over on the left, there's some links. One says HTML full text and one says PDF full text. Let's click on PDF full text so you can see what that is. The PDF full text, as you'll see, is essentially the original publication scanned into a PDF. So however this was originally published is exactly how you'll see it in the PDF with all the images, with all the different fonts. However it was originally printed, that's how you'll see it in the PDF. And sometimes the PDF will be available, sometimes it won't. Sometimes, you'll just have the HTML full text. And maybe, that matters to you. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you like or need to see the PDF. Maybe you want to see it purely for your interest, or maybe you don't need it at all and you just want to see the text. In that case, you would click HTML full text. And that is essentially all of the text from that scan formatted in plain text for you. So you can see it right here very plainly. And yeah, and if we scroll up a little bit, there are some additional tools like this listen button. If you were to click the play button, what you would hear is a synthesized voice reading the text for you. So if you're somebody who needs that, or if you prefer to hear text rather than reading it, that's available to you. And I believe if you click on the three lines to the left of the speaker there, you can make adjustments with like how fast it's reading, what kind of voice is reading it, things like that. And actually, I think there's no copyright restriction. So if we click play, you should be able to hear it.
No time like the present.
There we go.
Advisory.
Cool. And then over on the right, we'll see another little menu that says tools. So these are, again, additional tools that are available to you. You can save the record description to a Google Drive or to a OneDrive. I know that as LA Film students, you are equipped with a Microsoft account. So OneDrive would probably be where you'd be saving this to in that situation. You can add it to a folder on your device. You can print the record description. You can email it to yourself or to somebody else. You can save it. The button that says Cite, that's a really great tool. If you click the Cite button, what that does is if you decided you needed to use this article for your thesis or essay or paper, whatever it is, and you needed to cite it, EBSCO does the work for you. You just choose whatever citation style that you're using, and then you can just copy paste it into your works cited page or your bibliography or whatever it is. And that's it. Super easy. And then there's some other tools here. You can export it or create a note. If you're sharing a link, use the permalink. The permalink is like a sharing friendly URL, as opposed to like trying to copy the link from the URL bar at the top of your browser. Use the permalink. That's the way to do it. But yeah, so as you can see, um, there are a lot of tools that are here specifically just to help you do your research. And I know that was kind of a lot, but hopefully it all made sense. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and stop talking about databases, and we're going to go back to the library homepage, and we're going to talk about some other stuff. So if we pull down that research menu again and click on subject guides, that will take you to this page. So this is the subject guides home. I don't know if Georgina mentioned it during when she was doing her spiel, but subject guides are essentially pages that we've created that are resources specific to a subject, right? So as you can see here, we've created a few, like one for animation, one for audio production, one for entertainment business, basically one for every program here at LA Film. I will say that we do plan to expand this. We want to create a lot more subject guides that focus on very specific topics, but for right now, this is what is here. And I do encourage everyone to check these out. So for example, let's go ahead and click on the animation button there to take us to the animation subject guide home. So like I said, this is a page where we've aggregated or compiled a bunch of resources that are specific to animation, but I encourage everyone to check out these subject guides. So even if you're not an animation student, I think it would behoove you to check out this page because you never know. You might find a resource that is either interesting to you or useful to you. So, have an open mind, have a curious mind. But we're going to go ahead and show you some of the resources, or at least one of the resources that are here on these subject guides. So for the most part, the subject guides are pretty uniform. They have very similar things on each one. They've just been kind of curated to reflect whatever subject is being talked about. So in this case, it's animation. And I want to show you LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning is such an amazing resource that I don't think enough of our student body are utilizing. Please use it. Please, please use it. It's free while you're a student here. It's powered by LinkedIn, obviously. And what they essentially are, let's go ahead and click on it, is video courses. So because we accessed it from the animation subject guide, obviously what's popping up here are video courses relating to animation and illustration, but LinkedIn Learning has video courses on so many different topics. If you look over on the right, you can see these like related topics. They have video courses on art composition, on concept art, on drawing, on digital painting, on typography, uh, so many things. And again, it's not limited to like animation and illustration. This is just because we accessed it from the animation guide. But yeah, if we click on all topics there, there's so many things. Please, please, please use this resource. It's such a great resource. Even staff have access to this, and we're constantly trying to get people to use it because it's so great. It's so awesome that we have this available to us. Enough of that. Please use it though. But yeah, this is what the subject guides look like. Check them out. Again, we are planning to expand on them because they are useful. But let's go ahead and head back to the home page and we'll pull down that research bar again. And this time we're going to click on resources. So all of those things that you saw on the animation guide, and all of the things that are on all the other pages, all of these various resources, we've compiled them all together on this page. So if there's a resource anywhere on the library website and you don't know where it is, you don't know where you saw it, just come to this page because this has all of them, everything, and it's categorized for you that's split off into different topics and whatnot. And just to give you an idea, let's go ahead and click on art resources. And we're really just using this as an excuse to continue to show you some of the different resources that we have available. Google Arts and Culture is such a great resource. This is not specific to LA Film. This is an open access resource, which means it's open to the public. You don't have to be an LA Film student to access it, but it's really great, which is why we've put it here, and we often reference it in our blogs and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and click on it so you can see what I'm talking about. So it's powered by Google, and essentially what it is, it's constantly changing. It's like a rotating website, and they have virtual exhibits, virtual galleries. You can explore museums. The Frick collection, I don't know what that is, but it's available to you. And it's constantly changing. So I definitely suggest if you're interested in art, if you're interested in culture like this, um, to visit this website often because they'll have games, they'll have interactive things, they'll have information, they'll have, like I said, virtual walkthroughs of different museums and galleries and whatnot. And it's just a really, really cool resource. But let's go ahead and head back. I don't want to take up too much time here. Let's go back to the home page. And the very last thing on the research menu is tutorials. So I know for a fact Georgina mentioned this, so I'm just going to expand on it a little bit. The tutorials page is something that we put together for exactly what it sounds like. We made these tutorials to help you with different aspects of accessing library resources. So as you can see, there's the library introduction there. There's a Koha video. So basically, this is exactly what Georgina was talking about, how to use Koha, which is our library catalog website. How to search on it, how to find materials there, how to access electronic materials, things like that. How to create a library account. And if we click on software, as you can see, there's a whole list of tutorials on how to install certain software or how to use certain software. And if we click on library databases, this is essentially what I was just talking about, right? When we were going over EBSCO and how to use EBSCO, these are tutorials on how to use all of the different databases, how to conduct searches, how to gather materials, things like that. And if we click on printer and scanner, so this is for on-campus students and staff and faculty. So these are tutorials on how to utilize the printer slash scanner slash copier that's here in the library. And as you can see, it tells you how much printing costs. It tells you how to print. It tells you how to add funds to your account. It even has the install printer software, which if you're an on-campus student and you are interested in, or you know that you're going to be printing at some point and you'd like to be able to print from your own laptop, we definitely suggest that you install the printer software as soon as you can. We're obviously here to help you do it if you want to do it here in the library, but it's super easy. And if you do it before coming to the library, it'll make your visit here a whole lot simpler and easier. But yeah, the tutorials obviously are there to help you. But if the tutorials are not enough, or if you're just not really a person who likes to watch tutorials like that, we are always here to help. We're always happy to help. We have, me and Steph, you saw Steph earlier, and we have some student workers, and Georgina is obviously here. She's the library director. Any one of us is always willing to help you when you have a problem related to library resources. We'll do our best to help you. The tutorials are just there as like a supplement, right? We just want to help you in any way that we can. But let's go ahead and head back to the library homepage, and I just have a few more things to go over, and then I promise I'll be done. So let's scroll down the page a little bit. And this right there at the bottom, it says discounts. So this is just a page of coupon codes and student discounts that we found on the internet or for places that are in the area. So if you're an on-campus student and you're like looking for lunch, or if you want to explore the area, we do have some coupon codes. We have some discounts that are available to you. And as you can see, this discounts page is broken up into the discounts overview. We have discounts that are specific to students, and we have discounts that are specific to staff. So don't worry, staff and faculty, we didn't forget about you. We're trying to look out for you as well. But yeah, go ahead and check this page out because it's, you know, why not take advantage of discounts while you have them? But yeah, let's go ahead and head back to the home page. And then the very last thing I want to talk about is the support us page. So let's go ahead and click on that. So I know Georgina mentioned purchase suggestions for our library catalog or for our collections, I should say. But other ways that you can support us is by leaving feedback for your experience here in the library, things you would like to see in the library in terms of materials or services, basically anything that you can think of that we could do to make your academic journey here better. So if we can do it in the library, we really want to help make your experience here the best it possibly could be. So we love hearing back from you. Any kind of suggestions, any kind of feedback, whether it's a purchase suggestion or just general feedback, we love to hear it. So please do that. And then also, if you're interested in donating any kind of materials, like if you have movies that you don't want anymore, if you have books you don't want anymore, CDs, scripts that you don't want anymore, and you just want to get rid of them, you could go ahead and contact us here at the library, and we can see if we can coordinate something to see if we can maybe take those off your hands. I will say we can't always accept every donation because obviously we're limited in space, and we do have to be a little bit selective about what we take. But we're always happy to take a look and to see what we can and can't take off your hands for you. But that concludes my spiel. I know it was a lot, and I know we kind of like went through it really quickly. So again, if you have any questions, we have the tutorials page, and then you could always obviously contact us here at the library or come and pay us a visit, and we are happy to help you in any way that we can. But I'm going to go ahead and hand it back off to Georgina.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for giving us the rundown for research and ways to support us. Last but not least, so just going to quickly go over the alumni user guide. So for those of you that are about to graduate or have already graduated, you have access to a limited amount of resources. So definitely check back here to review what those resources are. I know Matt mentioned about LinkedIn Learning, and that's only for active students. And yeah, once you graduate, you will lose access after 6 months. So please take advantage of that, as well as some resources like O'Reilly Online Learning, maybe some of your tech related products like Adobe, Microsoft Office. You could go ahead and review that info here, as yeah, you might lose access to it. But as long as you're an active student, you should have those resources accessible for you. And also depending on the program that you're registered in. Let's see. And yeah, just a reminder before we wrap up, again, just want to mention that we're on social media. We do have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, and Letterboxd. And you can follow us to stay current on what is happening in and around the library and get updates on newly added resources to our collection or events. So it's kind of a good way to stay in the know. Again, you can find our social link here. And that's pretty much it for our webinar for today. But if there are any questions, please use the Q&A at this time. Maybe it's something that we didn't go over, did not cover, maybe still need further information on a topic that we addressed. You can go ahead and put those in. But if not, we definitely will post this webinar recording on our website shortly. And you can always contact us if you need further information on. You could also schedule a one-on-one one-on-one session on yeah, on helping you with some of the library resources one-on-one. You can go ahead and schedule that here. Yeah, not, this concludes our webinar session. And thank you again for those of you that attended and even stayed this long. I know it's a lot of information, but I assure you that it would help you on with your academic journey here. You're just one step ahead from everybody else. So this concludes our webinar presentation. The survey should pop up after this meeting, so definitely we would love to get some feedback to help us improve our recurring webinar. Thank you again for attending and have a wonderful day.